The idea that your path is harder because your calling is higher is a very powerful and comforting narrative. You know, it gives meaning to struggle and turns difficulty into a sign of purpose. Mhm. But it is not a universal truth. Huh? Often, it is a motivational frame built on hope rather than objective reality. You know, hardship does not automatically indicate a higher calling. Life is complex, and difficulty can arise from many factors: circumstance, environment, choices, lack of preparation, uh, or simply unpredictability. Mm. Interpreting every struggle as evidence of greatness can prevent honest assessment. You know, sometimes a path is hard because it is misaligned, it is poorly planned or unsupported. Romanticizing struggle can trap people in unnecessary suffering, making them stay in situations that do not serve them because they believe it must mean something profound. You know, psychologically, this belief functions as a coping mechanism. The mind seeks meaning in hardship to reduce discomfort and maintain motivation. By framing struggle as part of a higher purpose, people can endure difficulty with a sense of significance. However, this can also lead to cognitive bias. It may prevent critical thinking and self-reflection. Instead of asking, is this path right for me? Or what needs to change? The person may continue pushing forward blindly, believing the struggle itself is proof that they are on the right track. You know, spiritually, growth can indeed involve challenges, but not all suffering is meaningful or necessary. You know, awareness involves discernment, knowing when difficulty is part of growth and when it is assigned to adjust direction. Blind faith without awareness can lead to attachment to struggle rather than alignment with purpose. True alignment often feels challenging but also coherent, not endlessly chaotic or draining. You know, in short, the idea that a harder path equals to a higher calling is not a universal principle. It can inspire resilience, but it can also mislead. You know, not all struggle is meaningful, and not all difficulty is a sign of purpose. Growth requires both persistence and discernment, knowing when to endure and when to realign. You know, my people, hail, hail.